This is McCook's Mr. Bill. It's an honor to have you here, and it's an honor to be back on the internet. This last week we had the mother of all storms come through, electrically speaking. It was about a 15-mile thick storm that moved across. Most of them come across at 20 to 35 miles an hour. This one was going 5 miles an hour and totally electrical charged, and bam, de bam, de bam, and just continual hitting, and it hit McCook solid, absolutely. We had lightning bolts coming within a third of a block of our house, all the way around in different places, just a continual bam. It seemed like a war zone as it walked across the city of McCook, just pounding the soup out of us. Over 100 internet modems were taken out. I don't know the exact number of computers, but a number of people said they lost their computers, and of course I lost mine. So that was a pretty heavy expense to have to get another used computer right now. Not the thing I wanted to do. At the same time, the air conditioner was taken out as well. With that in mind, though, you're here for a story. A Nebraska family went down to Florida for a vacation. Their toddler was walking in 2 inches of water, give or take, and an alligator came up and grabbed the boy. The father tried to fight the alligator and lost, and the boy was taken and drowned by the alligator. I'm told by those who are in the know, if any predator, any kind of predator attacks you, one of the best defenses that you might well have is your thumb. The thumb. And you take that thumb with all the force you possibly can, with whichever free hand, or both if possible, and shove it into the predator's eye, blinding him, but shove it as hard as you possibly can into the eye. And the predator will let go and retreat. Absolutely. You can't imagine the pain. If someone did it to you, the predator will feel the same pain and retreat. And you get to live another day, or a loved one gets to live another day. After the fact, they went through the area and they killed 5 alligators. After the fact. Here in southwest Nebraska, we do things a wee bit different. Proactive, if you will. Now, my wife and I have worked on ranches for 43 years part-time. And we have killed hundreds of rattlesnakes in our time. Absolutely. My wife's got a pretty good collection of very large rattlers that she's taken from plus 4 footers, is about the only one she takes from. But when you hear that, you know you're in trouble, and that's a good sized set of rattles. And that means death is near. And even then, most of the rattlers that we kill nowadays don't even rattle. They just lay there and wait. A non-poisonous snake will try to get out of the way. But a rattler stays there because he knows he can kill you. And he has no fear of you. And with that in mind, we give them no quarter. We kill every rattlesnake we see on sight. No mercy. The same mercy they'd give you a child or an elderly person in a garden. So, that's how we do things here. And it isn't limited to just snakes, any predators. A couple towns over, dogs and cats started disappearing. And there were big cat tracks, mountain lion tracks. And the game and parks didn't seem to care about it. And so the good old boys, they went out and they took care of the problem. And that mountain lion disappeared, if you will. All I know is they didn't lose any children then. They didn't have to bury any of their children or any other pets in that small town because of the good old boys stepping up. Not because of the government, but because of the good old boys. And that might be a good lesson for, people in the bigger cities or the different places where these mass shootings, the last one where 50 were killed and 50 wounded, a 4-hour siege where the man had to reload a number of times, and yet no one had a gun, and no one in there was a John Wayne that would rush him while he was reloading. Really? They waited for the cops to come in. Took 4 hours for the cops to come in. 4 hours? Are you kidding me? And there are hundreds of cops, I'm assured, but not one John Wayne in the bunch. And so you'd better figure, no matter where you are, the cops are not going to come save you. They may save government, but they are not caring whether they save you. I've had others say they wanted it to look as bad as possible. That's why they didn't go in. They wanted as many bodies as possible. I hope that's not true. But be that as it may, you're your first line defense. And if you want to be a sheep, so be it. But never forget, even some sheep have some pretty good horns to keep the wolves at bay.